Hey everybody, it's Uriah from uriahsmusic.com here with a video talking about soloing. You probably want to, when you're soloing, you want to try to think about what you're doing so that you don't keep on playing scales. So I don't talk about scales. I talk about patterns, and you can combine the patterns to make wonderful things happen. Another worthy guitarist, I forgot what his name was, but I wish I knew his name. He said the most obvious thing. He said, man, put on a drum beat and make your hands move. Find places to go that no one would go. Allow your body and your mind to find these places, these patterns that are out of the normal. And do that for a little while. At first it'll upset you because if you record it'll sound like crazy. But you listen to people like Coltrane and jazz artists, that's what they've done. They've created something so far outside of the box that they've become famous. Because everyone else is reading a book. Everyone else talks too much. Theory is one thing, but theory is after the fact, not before the fact. Theory is the reason for the season, but the season itself is a magnificent thing. Defies explanation when you hear some people solo and combine different things that we've given names to. As for me, I want to show you some things that are very practical so that you'll be able to solo and sound pretty good. Try to slide into things. For example, that's okay, but or sounds better. Instead of sounds better. Use little trilly things like that. Use chromatic things where you can figure out how to do it. Like instead of see, use all of those notes. Cross strings where you can. See that? Instead of scale wise, like cross like 1 to 5. Go up 1 to 4. See that? Cross strings even further with arpeggios on weird chords. Like, it's not a chord, but you can surely that concept of just moving your fingers. Use 8th notes or 16th notes and keep a beat on or something and just keep going until your brain gets crazy. But what will happen is you'll find yourself soloing differently. Really, you're going crazy. Instead of the pentatonic. So you got to make your hand do these things. Use certain exercises like going across the strings. Do it in time. If you have a metronome, get it clicking. Don't worry about making mistakes. You all make mistakes. You know. See what I mean? Practice those patterns up and down the neck at different speeds so that you can, your body, your hand will be ready to do those things that, you know, make your solo interesting instead of just being in the box. You know, and that way you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Some of it may not, you know, make sense at the time, but when you listen back and you say, wow, I could do that. One thing I like to do is just up and down the neck. And it helps me to really to capture fast chromatic playing. When you may be missing a note here and there, it's not really chromatic, but it is for the most part chromatic. You know, and when you're playing jazz, that goes a long way. And, you know, it takes a long time to get to that point where you can make it sound nice when you're actually playing. Singing when you play does a real good, like, it helps you control it more, because now the idea is coming out of your head and you're trying to play it, and your mouth and your hand will go together. Believe me, it works. Try to stick to a thing so that you don't sound like a nut going all over the place. Right? So now, what's the theme? Come back to it so people can understand what you're doing. See? So themes are not bad. Get those patterns together. Try to avoid doing scales. I mean, directly, like for the whole 8 or 13 notes or whatever it is. Skip around. See that? Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Go everywhere. Just mix up chords and cross those strings. Stagger notes. That sort of thing. Keep it fresh. Uriah from uriahsmusic.com. See you later.